Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Gamers Den. I'm, of course, your host, King Lupus, back again with another new video for the history of the underappreciated. Now, everyone here more than likely needs no introduction to the Flintstones. And, of course, with the Flintstones, you've got to have the Rebels. More specifically, our topic for today, which I guarantee you will never have, will not have heard of, unlike the other ones. Sure, everyone knows Barney, Betty, and of course, everyone knows Bam Bam. I mean, for God's sake, I had what's essentially called Flintstone feet, or like my my toes aren't exactly like others. Also got also got no arch, flat-footedness, the whole thing. Makes buying shoes a bitch. But the thing is, though, what about the pets of the Flintstones and the Rebels? Everyone knows Dino. Everyone's seen the saber-toothed cat. And of course the various appliance animals all across the place. There's one of them that kind of stands out a little bit, but at the same time doesn't get used much as far as that goes. It's being Hoppy the Hopperoo. This is a kangaroo-looking thing. He's green with little scales on the back. I'm looking at him. He's got a little collar, and sometimes he's depicted with boxing gloves. It's kind of cool. His first appearance was in Hoppy in the original run of the Flintstones during season 5. So think about that. The original Flintstones, I think, aired a little bit earlier than that, I hope. If it didn't, 5 seasons and 2 short years, that's pretty good. His most recent appearances in film was in the WWE crossover film Stone Age SmackDown. Now, of course, most people don't like these films at all, especially the Flintstones and Jetsons ones. But Hoppy does make a major appearance in that one, considering he knocks one of the WWE superstars out, which was just hilarious to me. Yes, I actually did watch the film and I didn't mind it. Wasn't too bad. It was just good to see the Flintstones in something else again. Now, will he, Dino, appear as well as Sabertooth's cat? I don't know that one's name. Appear in a new series on debuting on HBO Max? Who the hell knows? I don't. All I know is that it's gonna have Fred, more than likely, um, uh, Wilma, and of course Pebbles being the central focus of the series. I have no idea who else is gonna be on the show. More than likely the Rebels might, but I don't know about Hoppy. But yeah, Hoppy is definitely a weirder character. I do remember an episode with him in it. He usually helps Dino with the kids, so he's really good with kids. He's really just a nice little kangaroo dude. He's really cute too. He's really cute in appearance. Look him up. He's actually a pretty cool looking character. Really fits in with the rest of the cast as well as stands out a bit. But as far as me looking at this here, it's like he's not gotten many appearances. Yeah, he's appeared a little bit, but not much. Considering he is a later introduced character, it's not really that shocking to me. Couple that with the fact that, well, most people like Dino a little bit more. Dino is a lot more. Yeah, he's got the same gag, bowling over Fred, but it's still funny the 100th time you've seen it because it's everyone has a dog, has at least, or at the very least have seen a dog bowl over somebody in affection kisses. Not many people know what a freaking kangaroo, even they know what it looks like, but they've never actually seen one up close. A lot of people have not seen those up close, and quite frankly, I hope you never do. These things actually do kickbox, as well as box. These things do actually do what these do. Not with boxing gloves, mind you, but kangaroos actually do box. The males actually box for dominance. And sort of like bucks of deer will clash horns two kangaroo males will try to impress a female by basically kicking each other in the stomach, uh, punching each other with a fist. Well, what they can make with a fist anyway, or some and using that tail as a tripod for better balance. And Hoppy does more or less the same thing, just in a little more cartoonish fashion. Funnily enough, usually when he's used to exploit, usually exploited by Fred for his boxing capabilities, which actually is probably one of his better things. I mean, how you supposed to, if you could win against a kangaroo, hey, you've earned that money. But if you can't, well, you're the idiot that paid for it, man. You going up against a kangaroo. I'm sorry, Fred's the smart one in this one. So it's still a scam, but it's actually probably the funniest scam I've ever seen. A lot more. If you fall for that, that's on you, man. That ain't on Fred. But yeah, I feel like he's underappreciated by the studio, and to the point where fans don't really know him as good compared to like again Dino or Bam Bam, characters that popped up in later seasons. Hell, Pebbles and Bam Bam are part of the cereal, part of the cereal stuff, the Fruity Pebbles stuff. Dino is probably almost up. He's up there as far as like recognizable dog characters, even though he's technically not a dog. He acts like the family pet dog, so it counts. And he barks like a dog and he licks Fred like a dog. I'm sorry, that thing's a dog. It's a dino dog, mind you, but it's a dog nonetheless. Hoppy the Hopperoo is a little more, as far as like Hanna-Barbera characters go, he is a little more obscure. Yes, he's popped up in a couple more recent things, like it says here, Bring Back Bedrock, an iOS game, as well as Stone SmackDown. But that one, I don't know when Bring Back Bedrock came out, but Stone SmackDown came out in 2015. That was 6 years ago, dude. That, and he made like, I think 5 minutes of an appearance altogether, 5-10 minutes. Whereas that movie's like 90 minutes long, so he appears in like a ninth of the film. And not really that much occurs with it. He just knocks the same dude out twice in the film. But then you go back, the Rubbles, and then the Flintstones Rescue of Dino and Hoppy, which was 2002 for the Rubbles and the Rescue of Dino and Hoppy in 1991. The Fred and Barney show only appeared in the intro. Damn, that's kind of messed up. And he appears in The Man Called Flintstone in 1966. He doesn't appear much because Barney's pretty much the only Rubble that really pops up a lot, as well as Bam Bam. These two are the only ones that pop up more often than not. Yes, if they need somebody for Wilma to talk to that's a female, they bring in Betty. But more often than not, they don't bring the pet over. Kind of weird. I mean, you don't bring your pet to a friend's house on the other side of town, do you? You get a pet sitter, right? But yeah, it is kind of weird that they may bring this character in pretty late in the original series, and then they don't use it much. It's like with, I mean, when they bring in Scrappy to boost the ratings, or with some of these other characters like Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo's a good one for example for this. They pulled a lot of different characters. Hell, Mumsy and Dadsy Doo. They don't really use those characters much anymore. In fact, most of Hanna Barbera's characters could I could literally go on for ages about various Hanna Barbera characters for a couple of weeks. But I try to limit it down to five of them. There's been a lot of them that have been underappreciated for a long time. And I wanted to bring at least one or two of them from the main trio of ones that kind of stuck around for the most part. Those being Scooby Doo, the Flintstones, and the Jetsons. And while the Jetsons haven't had too many characters that have become obsolete, most of the core cast, Mr. Spacely, Rosie the robot, the main four members of the family, most of those characters you can instantly recognize, and of course the the dog character as well. All of these characters, Astro. God, I don't know why I couldn't come up with that name. But all these characters are well known. Scooby-Doo, the main 5 members are usually well known, as well as a few of the monsters. Scrappy-Doo is infamous at this point. Not famous, just infamous. And there's Scooby-Dum and Scooby-Dee that are a little more obscure. But Flintstones has probably got a lot of different obscure characters. Yes, everyone knows the Flintstones and the main Rubble families. Those being Fred, Wilma, Betty, Barney, Bam Bam, and Pebbles, as well as Dina. And the Great Kazoo, although that one is a weird character, I don't even know how to really approach that character. 'Cause I don't think I've watched an episode with him. I watched him pop up in one of the movies, the live action movies. Funnily enough, the character does make a small appearance in the second movie, but it's not Hoppy. It's clearly a nod to the character, but that's about it. But this is a character that definitely has some physical strength to him. Not very good speed per se, but definitely about as average for a kangaroo, which is better than a human, mind you. Kangaroos can hop, dude. Jumping ability, of course, and that pouch is pretty prehensile. Even though it's a dude, most of most more often than not, if they want a kangaroo, they put a pouch on it, even if it's a dude, which actually does not appear. Do not try to get a try to find a pouch on a male one. This thing will box your ears in. Um, and it will suck. um, but he's not as well known and that's why I put him on the Hanna-Barbera character list. Next week we will be looking at another more obscure character. Although this one is a little more obscure, but along with Wally Gator, he will appear in the new series. So, the new series Jellystone. So keep that in mind. That's your only clue. Go look at the picture for that thing, and go down in the comments down below and let me know who you think is going to be next week. As well as, do you remember Hoppy? Did you like him? Did you think he was funny? I personally thought he was really funny in one movie and one episode I've seen him in. I thought he was really funny. His gimmick of just like, boom, with his feet was just funny. Um, also, guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and of course, guys, keep coming back and honestly, guys, binge watch the entire list if you're not caught up by now. We've got so many different obscure characters that, you know, they fall by the wayside, unfortunately. So, also, go to our Facebook. I cannot reiterate this enough. As well as keep subscribing. If we're still 4 away from getting the 40, which means on January 1st, if we can get to 40 subscribers, I will be doing Kingdom Hearts on January 1st of 2021. So keep that in mind. Um, Hopefully I'll see you guys next year. I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of History of the Unappreciated, as well as all throughout the week. I've got tons of stuff planned for the most part. Pretty sure I got something in the tank for tomorrow. As far as the Cartoon Asylum, and I got something up my sleeve for the Anime Lounge. So, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm King Lupus. This has been the Gamers Den. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.